What's up, y'all?
We are headed to the Juneteenth Festival right now, which is a really awesome festival that they hold in Atlanta. So much culture at this festival. I'm so excited to be headed here. It's a 3-day weekend. On the way to Juneteenth, my hand hurt. On the way to Juneteenth, we are just having conversation. I don't know. I guess we were looking at a Gary Vee video, and he was talking about wholesaling.
And I'm gonna play it right now for you so you can hear it.
So he's gonna play it right now, so you guys can check it out.
People are not recognizing that technology is gonna put you out of business, then you are very naive. You know, my friends here, Jason, we're doing stuff in the sports card world. It's really his world. It's a passion of mine. I've gotten rebooted in it. We're talking about, I was thinking about wholesalers just now, people that buy the cards from the manufacturers and then resell them. They're making so much margin on the hot product that, if you just think about what technology can do and where it's going, like anybody in the middle, a bookstore's in the middle, Toys R Us is in the middle, like anybody in the middle, from the person that makes the product to the person that consumes the product, anybody in the middle is vulnerable and technology is coming after you. And so I highly recommend, if you're in the middle, that you pay attention to that statement.
But yeah, after checking out that video, wholesale is like a really big conversation that we have all the time. Like we are always talking about wholesale.
To do it or not?
So the question is, what is the Shakespeare question?
To do wholesale?
To do wholesale or not to do wholesale? That is the question. So we are always torn. For the most part, our main thing for right now is like we don't want to do wholesale.
Because we can go direct.
Because we can go direct.
The technologies have allowed you to go direct. You can talk right with your customer on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, face to face at our brick and mortar.
And I think that people value that a lot more, being able to
it's way more valuable.
Speak, because even to this day, like even being at the festival and stuff, like to this day, people are still like, you make this soap? Yes, I make the soap. And you can check out our Instagram to see us making soap, and you can check out our YouTube to see us making soap. Like, we make soap. And I think because like even when I started making soap, it was still like a disbelief for me that like, dang, you can make soap. So I think that some people are probably still like, oh, you can make soap, or you making this soap look like this.
They think you the middleman.
Right. They think I'm the middleman. I think that they think like it looks really nice, like you're just selling this soap.
You couldn't have made this.
But I made it though.
But now, like Gary did say something big. He was like, the people that are in the middle, the middlemen. And this is not a shot at anybody that's a middleman at all. Like, that's your business model. There's nothing wrong with that. But with the technology, like you said, with the technology that we have today, like, we don't need the middleman. I don't have to take my product and like cut my margin in half, give it to a person that's a middleman for them to sell it,
mark it up,
and make all of that margin after I just put in all the work. Why would I don't have to. You don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to do that anymore. You can if you want to, but if you have, like for us, our demand on our website, we have a hard time keeping up with our own demand. That's why we have to go on pre-order, all of those types of things.
So that's our biggest challenge when it comes to doing wholesale, and why we don't do wholesale right now, because just of our effort of meeting supply and demand, pretty much.
You don't have to do it. I mean, like I said, the direct to consumer is the way, is the new wave right now. That is the new wave. Establish direct connections and relationship with your customers. Yeah,
because you're building like your personal brand. Now I know that a lot of people want to do wholesale though, because they want to still get their brand out there.
Nothing wrong with
in
that.
Other aspects, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. And like we said, we always think about, we battle back and forth between like, should we do it or not? And we currently do like just one wholesale for like a really good friend of ours, so it gives us like a chance to see how wholesale does. And in a sense, like, even with that product that we do wholesale, like that product does really well, and she increases like the amount that she gets, and that pretty much like we have to learn how to balance creating her wholesale order and then also our regular stuff. People hate when we are out of stuff, and
we did like the 4,000 bar order, the subscription boxes, and I think those are partnerships.
Those are brand partnerships. Those are partnerships and one-time kind of deals.
We know that this is like, we're doing this for a purpose. We're doing this for the more exposure.
Yeah.
But one of the things about doing wholesale that I do not like is the fact that you don't get the data. Remember, I always talk about the importance of data. when you're a direct-to-consumer company today, data is so important to you. And to have a way to get that data, bring it in, have the customer's information, their email, their information, all of that is very important. And when you do wholesale and you're playing to the middleman,
all you know is like the inventory that
you don't
get
that. You're selling to them, and then you're giving all of them the leverage. So, you know, the middleman is vulnerable. Like you said, the middleman is vulnerable. Like we literally can just be like, you know what? We don't want to deal with the middleman no more. I'm gonna just continue to sell direct. So that's why we haven't did wholesale. I would love to hear you guys' opinion. Do you do wholesale? What are your thoughts on wholesale?
How do you do wholesale? How do you feel that wholesale does for your business? Like,
do you like direct-to-consumer or wholesale?
Or even like a little bit of both?
I need a shirt that says direct-to-consumer because I just love it. Like,
and Quinton, he like really kind of makes like a big decision in a lot of these things. He's like, boom, like we're not doing wholesale right now.
We can't. We can't.
Yeah, it's just like not even.
We just can't. I mean,
it probably would just take a lot out of us right now.
I mean,
but once our goal is like when we do increase production, we do want to consider wholesale and revisit doing wholesale. Like we want to do wholesale. We want to be in like other places because like even now, us going to a festival that can be convenient for people who don't want to drive out to Douglasville, which there's traffic on the way to like standstill traffic right now on the way to our store. So if people don't want to drive to the store or don't want to order from the website and pay shipping, it's just like we do want to be able to be convenient for people. So that is like a plus to me when it comes to wholesale. Just another plus that comes along with wholesale is I guess like having those reoccurring contracts with people. And
but I mean now, like think about it though, like you can do things like with Shopify, you can integrate an app and have a subscription service directly to your consumer. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I was saying for people that probably don't want to pay. There are people for whatever reason that don't want to pay for shipping.
True. There are people that are like that. So that's why, I mean, you can have a little mix. It can be a hybrid. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like I said, when we increase our production a little bit more, I will consider the wholesale because I do feel like I'm turning down money. I feel like we turn down money when I tell someone no that we're not doing wholesale. And so many people get upset. Like they
do. And then somebody has even told me like you missing out on money. And we get a lot of wholesale inquiries, like a lot of people that want to do wholesale with us.
Because it's it's a consumable product.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
it's just a lot for us right now.
But think about it. We hand make these products. So the price that we want to give it to them for wholesale, they want it a little bit less than what they wanted a little bit less. They want the price to be a little bit lower, but our wholesale price right now, it is what it is. And we have to increase our production. We have to become more efficient. And you got to take into account, it's handmade. It's quality product. You know what I'm saying? If that's a hard thing to kind of scale. That's when you need your manufacturing facility.
Right. Bigger manufacturing, more of a team helping.
Yeah, you need more people. And as we continue to grow, we will have the capacity to take on that. But right now, I love the direct-to-consumer model, man. I think I might post this in that brand build Arsha goes through. I just love that direct-to-consumer conversation.
Yeah. And it's a common conversation that we have a lot. So
yeah, so in the comments, y'all tell us your thoughts on direct-to-consumer versus wholesale. Do you do wholesale? Do you do direct-to-consumer? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Yeah, let us know.
And like this video if you like the conversation, and also subscribe to our channel if you haven't, and you can click the bell notification so that you can receive notifications every time we release a new video. So yeah, we're just trying to continue to talk about just trying to let you guys in on some of our like conversations that we have as business partners. And then of course like just our regular life too, just things that we do daily. But yeah, the business conversations have been, because we're at this point in the business, I think, where it's like, you know, you're always looking for like, how do I grow? Like, how do I grow? And kind of get out of this place that I'm in right now. Like, this was cool, but like, let's go to the next level.
And I think, and I know we about to end the video, but it was like, it's the question like, how do we grow? But also, not only how do we grow, but how do we grow and also maintain the leverage? How do we maintain the leverage? How do we keep the upper hand? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we stay true to ourselves? I think you talked about that yesterday. But that's it, y'all. So peace.
Peace.
See y'all in the next video.
All right, peace, guys.